Hi girlies. So I saw this video going around on TikTok. So let's talk about how I passed out in front of my guy best friend because I had hypoglycemia shock. And before you guys go and say anything, I just want to clarify, no, we are not dating. We are friends. And this is a moment that I captured on camera because I was supposed to film a collab video with him, right? So I had the camera rolling. So how did this start? So as you guys know, 3 weeks ago, I went to Boston because I had my work trip there. And I met up with my friend because we wanted to film some stuff together. And as you guys know, I went with my mom because she's my manager. And first of all, he's an amazing person. He's an amazing guy because he planned out everything for me and my mom to do in Boston. So the day before I passed out and going to the emergency room, he actually invited me and my mom to dinner because he arranged this whole dinner for me and my mom. And while having dinner, we were having so much fun. We were having a lot of good food and we also had some drinks. But mind you, before going to Boston, I was very sleep deprived because I was very busy. I had a lot of work to do. And actually, when we were having dinner, I was feeling very queasy, But I did not want to ruin the vibe, so I just went with it. And we went to this bar and we had 2 drinks. The next day, I go to his place because we had this whole collab video that we wanted to film. So I set up my makeup, I set up the lights, I set up the camera's rolling, and then I freaking pass out. But before I pass out, I tell him yo, Oppa, my stomach is not feeling good. There's something definitely wrong. Can you please call the emergency room? And by the time 911 comes, I'm sprawled out on the floor because I cannot move. But imagine this, 911 comes to an apartment. They see one guy, a tall, buff guy standing, and one girl that is 5'1", 5'2", sprawled out on the floor, barely able to keep her eyes open. What do you think? As a third person point of view, that does not look like a safe situation. So the firemen, there were 4 firemen, they were eyeing my friend up and down and they were asking very sharp questions to him. They were why is she like this? Did you do this to her? But thankfully, when they were asking me questions, they couldn't hear me properly. So when my friend scrouched down, I leaned on his knees because I couldn't keep my body straight. And when they saw that, they were kind of very relieved because they knew he didn't do anything wrong. And by the time we're at the ambulance car, I'm passed out, right? I'm passed out, but I can still hear things, right? And by the time we arrive to the emergency room, something ridiculous happens there. The way they treated me was just ridiculous. But if you want to check out the full story, check out YouTube. So the next day arrives and we are supposed to film together. By this time, I felt better. So I set up the camera, the lights, everything's rolling. And then I start puking again. So I'm passed out on his bed because he told me to lay down. However, I was puking, I was farting, everything was just not great, okay? So for the full day and the next day with my mom, he stood by my side and he took care of me really, really well. He went to all these markets to buy all these electrolytes. He even ordered all these porridges because I couldn't keep any food down. And he was just the best caretaker ever. You know what's so funny? The day before I leave, I tell him I feel a lot better now. I tell him, Oppa, I really need to film this collaboration video with you. If I leave without doing anything from Boston, I feel I would feel a complete failure. And by this time, he's super drained too, right? But he tells me, okay, Amy, we'll film the video. So he got everything ready. And as you can tell by the video of him doing my makeup, his eyes are drooped with black circles. And he also hurt his neck. But thanks to him, I survived in Boston. And mind you guys, my health is not in a great place right now. But I'm trying to get healthier again, so stay in tune. And I love you girlies. Bye!